everyone, good evening. I hope you all have written your English exam very well. I saw the question paper and it was quite easy. So today let's discuss the important questions for maths. So basically, since you have 14 chapters, I don't want to make this video so long. So I'll do one thing. Like I'll cover the important topics of the first 7 chapters in this video, and tomorrow by morning I'll post the second video where I'll cover the next 7 important chapters. So coming to the first chapter, real numbers. So in real numbers, learn Euclid's division lemma for sure. Okay, Euclid's division lemma. Prove that it is irrational. It's very important. And then you learn that fundamental arithmetic theorem. That is, every composite number can be written as product of primes. And for sure, learn the logarithm sums. Before the logarithm exercise, that is the last exercise, you have 4 example sums which are quite important. So learn those. With this, you can be done with your first chapter. Once again, I am telling you, in the first chapter, go with Euclid's division lemma, learn, prove that it is irrational for sure, learn the fundamental theorem of arithmetic and logarithm sums. Coming to the second chapter, sets. The most important thing from the sets is learn to convert the set builder form into roster form and then do union, intersection, difference with the Venn diagrams. That is the most important question. Apart from that, learn subsets. You have a formula 2 power n for subsets. So learn how to write subsets. And the third most important thing is there is one last example in your textbook. N of A union B is equal to N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. So that is also very important. With this, you will be done with your second chapter. Once again, I'll just tell you, from the second chapter, learn how to convert set builder form into roster form, and then learn union, intersection and difference with Venn diagrams, how to write the subsets, and the sum based on N of A union B is equal to N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. Next, coming to the third chapter, polynomials. So in the polynomials chapter, in the polynomial chapter, for sure, learn the graph. That's the most important one. Then learn finding the value of polynomials. For example, they gave you x equal to 1. Substitute that value in the polynomial, get the value of the polynomial. And then most importantly, learn the relation between zeros and coefficients. That is, if you take quadratic, alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a, alpha beta equal to c by a. When you take cubic, alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to minus b by a, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a, alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a. And then the most important thing is they'll give you alpha beta and they'll ask you to find the equation of a quadratic polynomial. I mean, write the quadratic polynomial. So what you do, there's a formula, x square minus of alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. So once after you are sure that you are good with these things, go with the division of polynomial. So with this, you can close your polynomial. Just a quick recap, in polynomial, you have to learn graph, that is the most important one. Then learn how to find the value of polynomial. Value of polynomial is nothing but substituting the value given. Then you have to learn the relation between zeros and coefficients. And at the last, just check with the division of polynomial. Coming to the fourth chapter, it's quite simple. First, learn the 3 conditions. A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. It is consistent, intersecting and one solution. A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 but not equal to C1 by C2. Then it is parallel, inconsistent and no solution. A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2, consistent, coincident and it has infinite number of solutions. So they'll ask you one sum based on this. Apart from that, learn substitution method, elimination method. It's enough. Once you are done with these 2 methods, just have a look at graphical method. If you solve sums on substitution, elimination and this, your 4th chapter is done. Nothing to worry. Then come to the 5th chapter, quadratic equations. It's again quite simple. For quadratic equation, there are 3 methods basically: factorization, completing square and quadratic formula. Learn factorization, learn quadratic formula. You can skip completing square method. Now coming to the quadratic formula, there is b square minus 4ac. b square minus 4ac we call it as discriminant, and based on that we decide the nature of the roots. If b square minus 4ac equal to 0, roots are real and equal. B square minus 4ac less than 0, roots are imaginary. B square minus 4ac greater than 0, roots are real and distinct. So that is based on the condition you write. Remember, b square minus 4ac is discriminant. Then you have quadratic formula, minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. So that formula is important. Learn how to, for example, they gave you a question, how to write that question in the form of an equation. If you are clear with factorization method, quadratic formula, nature of roots, and how to write a sentence in the form of an equation, you are fine with your 5th chapter. That's the important one. Next, coming to the 6th chapter, AP and GP. So in AP, do the examples for AP. And apart from the examples, there is some 17th sum in exercise, do that. And for GP also, do the example sums, you'd be good with it. For AP and GP, the just thing is, for example, if AP, when do you say a series is in AP? When common difference is same. So what is the general form? A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, so on. Nth term, A plus n minus 1 into D. Sum of n terms, n by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D. That is the thing. And sometimes they'll ask you a question in that way. Find the sum of terms from back. The simple logic is, when they ask you to find the sum of n terms from back, last term you take it as A. Okay? And then do it. It is quite simple. You can get the answer in that way. For GP also, I told you, do the examples. For AP and GP, if you do the example, it's more than enough, because examples cover almost all types of sums in your AP and GP. So it's quite simple. Next, coming to the, in AP, what they do, they'll give you 5th term, 6th term. They'll ask you 7th term. So how do you do? A5 is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. N plus put 5. So in that way you can solve it. It's very easy. Coming to the 7th chapter, coordinate geometry. In coordinate geometry, learn distance formula, area of triangle, slope. Slope mostly they won't ask. It's section formula is most important, and examples, just have a look at them. Okay, so in section formula, trisection, you have two ratios, 1:2 and 2:1. What they do for simple questions is, they'll give you midpoint. They'll give you x1, y1. They'll ask you to find x2 by 2. You already know the formula, midpoint is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Using that you can solve. In the similar way, centroid, x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. So coordinate geometry is quite simple. Have a look at examples. Learn formulas thoroughly. For the first 7 chapters, my sincere suggestion for you is to score very good marks in your exam. The most important thing is learn formulas thoroughly. When you are very good with formulas, it's very simple to solve any kind of sum. I hope this video is useful. Stay tuned. I'll also come up with a part 2 which includes 8 to 14 chapters important questions for maths. If you feel really these videos are useful, please do like, share and subscribe. I'll come up with more and more interesting and exciting content coming soon. Thank you.